Class 12th, subject physics, second chapter, mechanical properties of fluids. From this chapter, we will study the point formation of drops and bubbles, that is the expression for the excess pressure inside a liquid drop or air bubble. So, if you consider this formation of drops as well as bubbles, then liquid drops and small bubbles are spherical in shape. Due to the forces of surface tension, a drop or bubble does not collapse because the resultant of external pressure and the force of the surface tension is smaller than the pressure inside the drop or bubble. Now, the pressure on the concave surface, that is in this diagram Pi, side of the liquid surface is greater than on the convex side, that is Po of the liquid surface. That is, in this case, in this diagram, Pi is the pressure inside this drop. So initially this will be the spherical shape of the drop. At that time inside pressure is Pi. Then when that drop is in equilibrium, that means this outer sphere, that will be the constant. So after formation of this drop, the outside pressure is Po. So Pi, the inside pressure, is acting on the concave surface of this drop, and Po, that is the outside pressure, which is acting on this convex surface. So Pi is greater than Po, and therefore the difference between internal pressure and this external pressure, that is pressure inside and pressure outside, Pi minus Po, that will be the excess pressure. In order to obtain the expression for this excess pressure, let us consider the drop form of that of liquid. So initially that drop is having its radius equal to r. Then after formation of the drop, when it is in equilibrium position, at that time its radius will be r plus delta r. So inner sphere represents the initial position of the drop during the formation of the drop, and the outer sphere will represent the drop when it is in equilibrium, that is final position of the drop. So if you consider these two spheres, then here first of all we will calculate the surface areas of the spheres, and we know the formula for surface area of the sphere, that is 4 pi into radius square, and hence initial surface area of the drop having radius r will be equal to A1 equal to 4 pi r square. Similarly, the final surface area of the drop having radius equal to r plus delta r will be A2 equal to 4 pi into r plus delta r square. Now this bracketed term r plus delta r will be now expanded by using the formula a plus b whole square, and therefore A2 equal to 4 pi into r square plus 2r delta r plus delta r square. But in this relation, delta r is very small, that is change in radius of that drop is negligible, and hence from this equation the last term delta r square will be neglected, and therefore we will get A2 equal to 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r. Then the increase in surface area of the drop the increase in surface area of the drop will be dA, that is final area minus initial area, A2 minus A1, that is equal to 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r delta r minus 4 pi r square. Now dA will be equal to then 8 pi r delta r. Then the work done, as there is displacement, as there is increase in radius of that drop, now here work done dW is equal to T into dA, because we know that relation between surface tension and surface energy, that is T is equal to dW upon dA. Therefore dW equal to T into dA, and that will be equal to T into 8 pi r delta r, equation number 1. Now the work done is given by the formula force into displacement. Then dW will be equal to F into delta r, because F is the force acting here and displacement is nothing but change in radius, that is delta r. Now the relation between pressure and force is pressure is equal to force per unit area, and therefore force will be equal to pressure into area. Now here we will consider the excess force, since excess pressure is considered, and therefore as excess force F equal to excess pressure into area, therefore F equal to Pi minus Po, that is the excess pressure, into 4 pi r square, that will be the surface area, that is initial surface area of that sphere. So that this is equation number 3. Then equating equation 1 and equation 3, we can write T into 8 pi r delta r equal to Pi minus Po into 4 pi r square. Therefore Pi minus Po will be equal to T into 8 pi r delta r upon 4 pi r square. Therefore Pi minus Po equal to 2T upon r, equation number 4. This gives the excess pressure for a liquid drop. Now instead of that, if you consider the air bubble, then for the air bubbles there are two surface areas, that is inner surface as well as outer surface, since it is hollow from inside, and therefore Pi minus Po will be equal to 4T upon r, equation number 5. This is the expression for the excess pressure for bubble. As we have considered here excess pressure, for drop it is 2T upon r, because that drop will be having only one surface area, that is outer surface area. From inside it is solid. On the other hand, in case of air bubble, it is hollow from inside, and therefore it will be having two surface areas, inner as well as outer surface area. This equation is called as Laplace's law, and which gives the excess pressure inside a liquid drop or air bubble.